At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
It's playoff push time here in the FBA. The Tampa Gunners and the Brevard Bobcats are coming in, vying for a spot to get into the playoffs in 4th place. Hello everyone, welcome into our FBA Sunday quadruple header. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey. As always, Mark King, Jerry Pettit will be with us in just a second, and all of the broadcast crew here at the Jerry Bear Productions. We want to welcome you in to a beautiful Sunday morning, and as we say, it's a beautiful day outside. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, and we're happy to be in our indoor arena. Alvin, I'll bring you in here. The Tampa Gunners coming into this game a game and a half behind the Mighty Oaks. They are tied with the Winter Park Storm for 5th place, and the Brevard Bobcats are in 7th place, but they're only one game behind Tampa and Winter Park, and all of those teams are vying for a 4th place spot. The top 4 teams in the FBA move on to the playoffs, and that 4th place spot is being fought over by 4 teams currently held by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Which team today do you think brings their A game?
Wow, that is a tough call to make because both teams are coming off of a loss. Brevard is coming off of a more significant loss. However, it was to the Florida Flight, what we'll see later on, which is the upper echelon in this league. So, well, actually, both teams lost to upper echelon teams in this league. So Tampa lost to Claremont Croc. So both teams losing to respectable teams. However, it's very hard to tell because both teams played a different style of basketball. On one end, for the Brevard Bobcats, we had the highest scorer was Bradley Christian, pouring in 25 points. He had 11 for 19 from the field. So you want to see him put on that performance again, Jess. You need to see a lot more out of Shaq Seville. He was not in attendance, but a lot of these guys on this Brevard team can come together and really make some plays. You want to see Clark and Dean do what they do. So they have a good chance of winning this ball game. However, on the other side for Tampa Gunners, you know, there's Daryl Mercer dropped 44 points. That is a lot of points by one man, and he does so very well. The second leading scorer was Reggie Lowe with 20. So these two teams, known for their defense, had some highlight players do some very great things. So you need to see those players shine in order for them to fight for this 4th place spot.
You talk about a few guys in this league that have been going places, and we'll kind of give you a little breadcrumbs in that throughout the day. But Jace Hogan, who was the leading scorer for the Brevard Bobcats, the 2nd leading scorer in the league, he is no longer with the team. He got a professional deal playing in Mexico alongside Dominic Douglas for the Winter Park Storm, which we'll get into a little bit later. But Jace Hogan, they're missing 32 points per game, 15 rebounds per game, 4 assists, 51-21, 81% stat line shooting. So he's been a big character for them that they've been missing towards their playoff push. And I'm pretty sure all of those 8 losses in their 3-8 record have come from no Jace Hogan being on the team. Now, on the other side, you look at the Tampa Gunners. They are a little bit short-staffed today, but missing their best player in Daryl Mercer Jr. as of now. 25 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 4 assists, 43, 25, 88% on all those. And he's been sort of their turnaround guy this season. Of course, he's playing NAIA Division I, but still a guy that does it all for you on the floor, and he's not here today.
And that's huge. And in basketball, when you're playing collegiate ball, it doesn't really matter about the level or the prestige, D1, D2, whatever you want to call it, because once you're on the court past high school, it's a different level of play. You have to have a certain level of IQ. You have to have a certain skill set, especially coming from the guard position. Daryl Mercer Jr. shows that on a daily basis. When he comes in, the shots he makes, he wears Kobe's shoes. He wears his number 81, which is the highest points he scored in a game, and that was on Jalen Rose versus the Raptors. And his style emulates that. He watches Kobe Bryant, and he watches these guys like Devin Booker. They all have a similar play style, and that's making difficult jump shots. You see him make a lot of difficult jump shots. And in their last game versus Claremont, he had 44 points, 6 of 13 from beyond the arc. So that's a tremendous display of offense. And in their game, he really exploded, and in their overtime possession, he didn't really get the ball, and that shows in they only scored 5 points in that overtime quarter. So definitely when he has the ball in his hands, he makes a huge difference for this team. However, he's not here at the moment. However, Ensign Garcia is here, and he's one of those guys that he has a deceptive dribble. I really like what he shows on offense. You have a lot of their guys. Malik Watson does what he does. Just tremendous athlete, just goes around making plays defensively and starting to develop an offensive game as well. So this Gunner team definitely developing, but it's going to be tough to see if they can do it without Daryl Mercer Jr.
So the one interesting thing that you brought up there, Alvin, 5 points for the Tampa Gunners in overtime. 3 of them were from Daryl Mercer Jr. He took the first shot of overtime, hit a long 3 straight away up top. And then after that, he was not able to get even the ball into his hands.
He did not touch the ball, and it shows in the scoring column. When a guy is that hot, you feed the fire, especially when you want to win a basketball game. And versus Claremont, that would have been huge for them to win that game. It would be a different situation coming into this one. So definitely a tough blow, and really I think one of the biggest blunders they've had this season.
So your starting lineups at center court now. It's Dylan King, Ashley Thomas, Malik Watson, Matt Richardson, and Ensign Garcia. And for the Brevard Bobcats, Shaq Seville, the big man down low, joined by Bradley Christian, Sherrod Dean, Kevin Davis, Darius Clark, and the guys. Here we go. The ball is live. Game 1 of our quadruple header on the way. Richardson, right side, out to Ensign Garcia, out beyond the arc, guarded by Bradley Christian, now back up top. Here's Ashley Thomas, a few dribbles to the right, stutter step, right side. Garcia for 3, off the front. King, the rebound, and the block by Davis. Kevin Davis, a small guy that plays big. Christian to Seville. Seville inside, getting his first 2 points of the game. So Shaq Seville has been one of the big guys for them this season. They missed him in their last game, but the game before that he put up 20. Daryl Mercer Jr. also, Alvin, has entered the building, so he will be here. Garcia underneath, loses the dribble, almost stolen away, and it is taken away by the Brevard Bobcats. Up ahead, Bradley Christian up with the right hand. It's good. So Bradley Christian, another story for them, was the leading scorer in their last game in their loss to the Florida Flight. He put up 25 points, was 11 of 19 from the field, led the team in rebounds as well with 9, and shoots very efficiently from the floor, over 50%, and shot well from beyond the arc. 2 for 3 from long range.
This early on in this quarter, it's all been Kevin Davis on a defensive end. You see him get a block on the first possession against their big. So 5'9", getting a block against 6'7".
Yep.
So big boy move by Kevin Davis, and then you get a bucket off of that, right? Nice play by Brevard, able to capitalize on that block and utilize that momentum. And then he comes right back and forces another turnover or forces a difficult situation, and now you see him just playing flat out, getting another board. Just Kevin Davis is doing it all this first quarter.
10.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Clark up with the left hand, it bounces in.
Wow. How about this run we are seeing by Brevard?
Ashley Thomas bringing the ball up the floor. Those neon undertone shoes and a jump ball. So when you're talking about Brevard, you got to be careful with them when it comes to talking about turnovers. They don't average the most turnovers in the league, but in their last game alone, Alvin, they had 14 turnovers in the first quarter.
That is really unacceptable, especially if guys are scoring off of those turnovers. And, I mean, they had 27 turnovers in total to their 20 assists last game. So that's something that cannot happen versus this Gunner team.
Radin cutting towards the basket and making it.
Nice little up and under deceptive layup by Sherrod-Dean. He's a phenomenal weapon for this team. Just poured in about 16 points in their last game, shooting very efficiently.
Inside, Richardson, the bounce pass to Anson Garcia, who puts it through. The first 2 points for the Tampa Gunners come from the guy who actually wasn't here last week.
And that's beautiful by Richardson, getting all the way down, forcing the defense to jump, giving a nice lay-in for Anson. Way to shake off the rust.
And a turnover by Brevard. Thomas inside, kisses it off the glass with his right hand from the left.
He had me nervous. Good job by Thomas getting that up and in.
Ashley Thomas on the board now. It's an 8-4 game.
Ashley Thomas had about 9 points. Definitely struggled in their last game, looking to rectify that.
Seville underneath. And Seville again is fouled. So the 27 turnovers by the Brevard Bobcats were the most of their season so far. Not something you would like to see if you're the youngest coach or owner in the FBA in head coach MJ Miller. But
going forward against a team like the Gunners, you know that this is where you figure out how to control that, because now you know this is a team that likes to harass guys. This is a team, they got 11 steals in their last game and they got 15 blocks in their last game. So they definitely know how to really force guys into difficult situations. So if you're the Brevard, you know if you can keep the ball secure, keep it safe against this team, it'll be good in your playoff push or attempt to get to the playoffs in the future weeks.
The former Alabama A&M Bulldog Shaq Seville drains a couple free throws. He shoots them at a 6% clip from the free throw line. Thomas, a good move outside, now in on Kevin Davis. And the rebound by Brevard, but Shaq Seville with 4 points, averaging around 10 this season. A 10-4 ball game, 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Christian, Dean, a pump fake, back to Christian, going left side, now into the corner, cut off by Matt Richardson. Richardson, the bounce pass to Thomas, and Thomas puts it through, and Richardson the assist.
And that was all created by Malik Watson, cutting off Christian when he was trying to get that pass, forcing a difficult pass. Matt Richardson reads it, and you know the rest, making plays on the defensive end.
Another turnover by Brevard, and Richardson stepped out.
The Gunners have come alive, and it's been solely because of their defense. They're a defensive team. Both of these teams really like to force guys into difficult situations. Brevard forced they got 17 steals in their last game. So both of these teams know how to force turnovers, and you're going to watch a predominantly low-scoring game because it's going to be defensive.
Christian, the step back, first shot he takes from outside is no good. And And here come the Gunners, trailing by 4. 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Thomas straight away, just clanks out, and Shaq Seville the rebound.
Ashley Thomas trying to get himself involved early in this game.
Sherrod Dean powering his way inside. He's got 4.
Big boy move, just barreling his way through the lane, playing the game the right way.
Watson from the left. Garcia, good on the 3. And just like that, it is a 12-9 ball game.
Edson Garcia has been a nice little offensive weapon for them. He has a very deceptive dribble, very high IQ guy.
Davis will hit a 3 on the other side. His first 3 of the ball game, and now the lead pushed back up to 6.
The Georgia native doing what he does best.
Richardson underneath to Ashley Thomas. Thomas up with the right hand. His second chance, no good. And Dean from the left block calls that one in. Christian, other side, guarded by Garcia. Clark spinning, lost it, tapped out by Richardson.
And that's what you love about Richardson. That was a clear disadvantage for Richardson. You see the height difference, you see the size difference. However, Richardson's so quick, able to wrap around it and poke that ball out, giving them another chance.
Shaq Seville underneath, blocked down low as the combination of Watson and King. Here comes Richardson the other way. Garcia, one dribble into the lane, airballs it, and Clark going the other direction. Clark from the left side, out to Dean. Dean pumping a 3. And that one's off the mark.
I love the pace that Brevard is playing with right now. They're hungry for it. You can tell that they need to win this game in order to get into their playoff push.
Seville underneath, a block by Dylan King. That's his second of the game.
Dylan King doing a phenomenal job as Sherrod Dean gets a nice little jump hook to go up and in. But Dylan King doing a phenomenal job on that block, getting 2 blocks back to back on the bigger Shaq Seville.
Richardson shooing off Davis, and inside. The finger roll is good by Ashley Thomas. Lead cut to 6.
Too easy for Ashley Thomas. Okay, I understand he had a rough game last game, going 3 for 16. However, you cannot let a guy with his magnitude, his offensive prowess, easy lane to the rack like that.
Left side, Christian, mid-range jumper from the baseline is good.
Coming from the highest scorer. He has a hot hand and is continuing into this week, coming off of a 25-9 game.
He averages 18 points per game and 6.5 rebounds. Richardson from the right side, good from the right elbow. Matt Richardson, those are his first 2 points of the day. He averages 10 a game this season, but usually that comes in the second half of these games as they're trying to make their late playoff push. Stolen ball by Richardson. Richardson ahead, Thomas, back to Watson, and Malik Watson putting it through.
Beautiful basketball. This Gunner team is sharing the basketball very well. Love to see how they've developed and grown this season.
Clark couldn't get the bank shot to fall. Dylan King the rebound. A 4-point game. Graham left side. Thomas 3. Off the mark. Goes right to Richardson. You love those easy rebounds when they just come right to you. And Malik Watson going underneath.
Now they're capitalizing on some porous defense. Everyone able to get to the basket. Brevard got to figure out a way.
Timeout on the floor by Brevard. They lead only by 2, so the lead has been cut to 2. Tampa Gunners making a late run towards the latter part of the first quarter. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to play. We'll be right back.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
To 17, a couple of guys checking in. Reggie Lowe for the Tampa Gunners. Let's see what he can do coming off of a 20-point game in his last outing.
Inside. Off of Tampa last. Thomas comes down with that one. Football pass ahead. Coming to a stop is Graham, and he makes the mid-range. We are all tied up at 19. Off a long Devin Graham 2, and he's been a story for them this season as well. 4 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, but does it when it's necessary. Sherrod Dean taking the lead back for the Brevard Bobcats.
That was a bucket, and I love that matchup with Sherrod Dean and Malik Watson. This is going to be a fun one to watch.
Watson comes to a stop. Graham, one dribble up with the left hand.
I think he got some of that.
Richardson to Watson, and Watson is fouled as he was going up. He'll shoot 2.
We're going to see a lot of interesting matchups, and how the 44-point man is at the checking table, ready to come in and electrify this offense. Love to see. Definitely one of the favorites on this Tampa Gunners team. And that's going to be an interesting matchup, too. You got Kevin Davis, who really does a good job defensively. You see him get that earlier block and a steal early on to really spur that run that Brevard went on. And you're going to see him versus Daryl Mercer Jr., hopefully, who is coming off of 44 points. So enough can't be said about what these two will bring to this guard position in this game.
Malik Watson off the front. Gunners trail by 1. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Daryl Mercer Jr. again back in the game, averaging 25 points per game. We'll get to him in a sec. Turnover, Reggie Lowe on the far side. Lowe to Watson. Watson fouled. And he'll shoot 2 again for a chance at the lead.
That's a good look by Reggie, being patient on that one and letting the cutting Malik Watson get through, get him the ball, and now he has an attempt at the stripe to really get his rhythm. And on the other end, that's just phenomenal play by Dylan King. We've seen him have a couple of stout defensive plays on Shaq Seville, and you got to wonder if that's going to start frustrating Shaq Seville, because early on in the season, that's happened before, where early on, if he doesn't get the looks that he wants, he gets a little frustrated, and sometimes he explodes the next game or he explodes later on, but then sometimes it creates an issue.
Watson, a 62% guy from the free throw stripe. He's averaging a double-double this season, Alvin. 13 points per game and 11.7 rebounds. Is he one of your favorite guys on this Tampa Gunners team? Definitely.
Just the energy he brings. He plays on both ends, a true two-way guy, and now he's developing that offensive game. As you just saw, he's putting the ball on the ground with much more confidence. It's very fun to watch.
So Malik Watson will give them the lead. 22-21 is the score. Trey Thompson, or excuse me, Byron Thompson Jr. up top. Dean turning around, no good. And Kevin Davis with the rebound and the putback.
Just love the way he plays the game of basketball. The one guard getting aggressive and getting an offensive putback, and look what he's going to do on the defensive end against one of the more prolific scorers in the league.
Mercer Jr., Watson almost taken away by Thompson Jr. Reggie Lowe, who got the last shot of the game last week, to Dylan King, mid-range, off the mark. Right side, Davis. Lowe the steal. Bodies hit the floor. And a jump ball.
Gotta love the energy by both teams. That's just pure want to. Everyone understands the stake that this game is, and guys are just hustling all over the court. Love to see it.
So if Brevard wins this game, they are now tied with Tampa going into the last 2 weeks of the season in schedule, matchup, and record. So the free ball there is one. Mercer Jr. cuts the lane, but it's smoked down the left side by Graham.
What a pass by Daryl Mercer, but how about the energy by Bradley Christian just rejecting that off the glass.
Seville, Thompson Jr., the bounce pass. Seville, right side, no good. And the putback by Daryl Mercer Jr. He's on the board with his first 2 points. Now the thing is with Tampa, they're 1.5 games behind the Mighty Oaks as of today. So the Mighty Oaks have a big game coming up after this one. They play the Winter Park Storm. Winter Park Storm and Tampa both tied in that 5th place spot. They are both 1.5 games behind the Mighty Oaks, and a shot made down low there by Shaq Seville. But if Tampa wins this one, then they got to hope that the Mighty Oaks lose, and then we are all tied up in rankings because you moved 0.5 game behind the Mighty Oaks with the Tampa Gunners win. So both teams still in the fight for that playoff race. Mercer Jr. misses that long one, and the rebound by the Brevard Bobcats.
Love to see the energy that these guys are playing with, and Shaq Seville has really just been battling.
And a big stop there by Mercer Jr. Saves it from going out of bounds. Malik Watson putting it through on the other side. 9 points for Malik Watson. Mercer Jr. already coming alive. He saved that one acrobatically from falling into his own bench and managed to get it to his own guy.
Looking a little bit like Odell Beckham on that one.
And a foul inside. The Gunners lead by 1.
Nice little one-handed grab with the toss-up. Malik Watson, even though he got the 2 points, I got to give him a -10 for style points on that one.
Oh.
-10.
Hate to see that.
You know, he knew it too. That's the best part because he looked back, he gave him the sheepish grin like, I should have tore the rim off. Because he can do it. I watched him in warm-ups. He can rise.
Sounds like you want him to throw it down.
100%. So on that one, I had a sign, you know, during the dunk contest, everyone has a sign, they're going crazy. That one was like a 10 with negative in front of it. Like it's especially crafted when I made it in my, I want to say it was my 4th semester at Jerry Bear Academy. They gave us, it was arts and crafts, and I had it just in case.
Shaq Seville the rebound, hitting the head a little bit while he was coming down for it. No worries, all contested. Inside, the bounce pass to the right. Seville, no. Christian fighting. Mercer Jr. And Mercer Jr. picks up the foul.
A lot just happened.
Yeah.
A lot just happened. But initiated by Shaq Seville once again. His motor is phenomenal. Getting that on the offensive board off of a free throw is a very tough thing to do. So giving them an extra possession is phenomenal.
So Tyron Sanders coming into the game. 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sanders guarded heavily inside. Thompson Jr. trying to bank it in. And Mercer Jr. can't pull that one down to get a shot off in time. Well, the first quarter ends up tied. We're at 26-26. 3 more quarters of action in this one. And then 2 more big-time games up and coming. All these games today you do not want to miss. Great matchups all day long in our FBA Sunday quadruple header.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
26-26. We're starting off the second quarter. So here is Cody Hendricks, who is in the ball game now. Hendricks last game had 6 of the 14 turnovers in the first quarter.
But he played a phenomenal game. Well, not phenomenal. He had a good game. He ended with 9 turnovers, so that's definitely not what you want to see. But he had a couple of big threes that really spurred their offense at times, and it really pushed them to go on a nice little run. So definitely a spark player for this Brevard team.
Watson left side, 3. Off the mark, Tyron Sanders. The rebound. Thompson. Hendricks now inside Shaq Seville. 1 dribble taken away by Malik Watson. Mercer Jr. ahead of the pack. Back to Lowe. Lowe, a couple feet behind the line. Good on the 3. Reggie Lowe hitting a big one.
And that's a good shot right there. Came in within the flow of the offense. Big shot by Reggie Lowe.
Lowe breaks the tie, 29-26 game. Sanders inside, Dean. Thompson Jr. catch and shoot. That came out of his hand going well to the right. And Graham now the other direction. Low, pump fakes, 3 ball on the way. And Hendricks the rebound. Reggie Lowe shooting threes, 24% clip this season.
Definitely wanted a heat check after that first one, but want to see him get a little bit other guys involved, really.
Hendricks underneath, no good. Garcia the rebound. Here's Mercer Jr. ahead of everyone. Up with the right hand, he flicks it in. What, are you kidding me? His second basket of the day. It just is an impossible shot. It's a 31-26 game with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
You just got to laugh at that one, because I was about to say that's not a good shot because it's 1-on-3, then it goes in. What can you say, the skill that Daryl Mercer possesses? We're going to get a shot, Jesse. We're going to get a shot. We didn't get a shot. I got excited. I've been in the gym working on my jump shot, 45-degree angle, but you know they didn't let me get the shot off. I was gonna take off I was gonna unloose a button.
45-degree angle. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 45-degree angle when you release the shot. That's how you get the splash, the split gags.
Okay. Mercer Jr. left side,
45
steps back.
Angle.
It's good. He does this for a living. 6 points.
Look, Jesse, I'm happy. A bucket like that, I'm happy. I'm lost for words.
9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's a 33-26 game. They put in Mercer Jr. and immediately step ahead. Tyron Sanders turns the ball over. Reggie Lowe the steal. And a foul. So last game, Reggie Lowe led the team in steals with 5. Richardson with a close 4. 15 steals the Tampa Gunners had on the Claremont Crocs, Alvin. That's humongous.
It came from the guard position, and Reggie Lowe has stepped up once again on defense. You see him just harassing guys, already forcing a few turnovers. Reggie Lowe has been prolific on the defensive end.
Mercer Jr. finding his spot, stepping back, just left it off the front.
With him, it's hard to say if it's a good shot or a bad shot, because you see a one-legged fader, typically you would tell guys that's not a good shot. But if you work on it in the gym the way he does, any shot seems like it has the potential to go in.
33-26, 9 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Ref's able to sort out the testosterone that's brewing on the court. Daryl Mercer hitting us with a little Dougie right there.
He's having fun.
Can you hit the Dougie, Jesse?
Yeah, absolutely. Not in these clothes, but he's got shorts and a loose shirt on. My hips can't move in this.
I ain't from Dallas, but at D-Town Boogie.
Double foul, so we have a toss ball.
Let's see who's been working on the Vertimax this offseason.
Tyron Sanders against Reggie Lowe. Here we go.
Reggie Lowe.
Coffee lost that one. Now we'll pull up over Bradley Christian, and he'll hit.
Wow, a daring jumper, cash money. What type of coffee do you think he drinks?
Definitely black. 36-26. And the alley-oop from Reggie Lowe to Daryl Mercer Jr. These guys were rivals in high school and now get to play together here on the Tampa Gunners here in the FBA.
And speaking with Daryl Mercer, that helps him. Look at this defense.
A turnover. Coffee ahead to Lowe. Lowe will slow things down. Pulls out beyond the arc. Good for three right side. Tampa having themselves a great time, 41-26. They're breaking away, and all the Brevard Bobcats can do is stare. They turn the ball over. They traveled. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 41-26 game.
It's just been, they've been basically playing half court. Brevard cannot get a shot up in the past, I feel like it's been the whole quarter, but it really hasn't been that long. Just the past few possessions, the Gunners have figured it out defensively.
Well, again, that one just bounces out. If he put that one through, Alvin might have actually left the building.
Just going insane.
Thompson Jr. misses the layup. Coffee the rebound. Garcia looking ahead, chased down by Darius Clark. To Coffee, a bullet towards his head. Coffee sent that one out of bounds. So checking in will be Cooper for Reggie Lowe, who steps out. Lowe with 6 points, averaging 17.7 points per game this season.
Reggie Lowe, I think this is arguably his best game thus far, and just really putting it together defensively, turning it into offense, moving the ball around, and it really helps his three-point shot because now guys are sinking off him. He's getting better looks. So Reggie Lowe, phenomenal play thus far.
Shot goes out, Thompson Jr., the rebound, and the putback. That's a scoring drought broken for the Brevard Bobcats. The Tampa Gunners went on something like an 8-1 run there.
Definitely, and it was all because of their defense. Right now, Daryl Mercer having this dance with Hendricks.
He's off the front on that one. Inside, Garcia, no. And the rebound by Sherrod Dean. So Dean, the bounce pass ahead to Sanders. Sanders almost lost that one, right corner now. And another turnover by Brevard. So in their last game, 14 turnovers in the first quarter. They had 4 turnovers in the second.
Jesse, Brevard ended up with 27 turnovers in their last game. And on that one, that's just an unforced turnover. You cannot afford.
And a 3 hit by Mike Coffey. So Tampa's got everything firing on all cylinders. Mike Coffey hits a 3, a 44-28 game. So Tampa, to start off the second quarter, went on a 15-0 run. Brevard went 4 minutes and 52 seconds of gameplay without a bucket, Alvin. The rebound there by Daryl Mercer Jr., who will get by the traffic. Out right side, the bullet over to the left. Cooper now to the left block, tapped away, and foul.
That's a good job getting in front by Hendricks, really putting his body on the line. But how about that by Daryl Mercer Jr.? Put it behind his back, Jesse. Threw it behind his back, a straight street ball move, disrespectful, just having fun. And right now, a well-deserved trip to the bench.
Marcel Garner checking in for Daryl Mercer Jr., who will sit down with 8 points. The second leading scorer in the ballgame right now. Clark down to the right block. Here's Christian underneath, fouled on the floor.
And that's a bucket by Christian. Nice job facing up on the block, utilizing his strength. He's a very quick guy. His first step is just phenomenal. Just the speed. He can jump with the best of them. You see, he had a phenomenal block on the other end. Just want to see him get more involved offensively. He has to take over at some point because he's their leading scorer. That they need him to really lead the way. Sherrod Dean as well.
44-28. The inbounds to Dean. Dean, the bounce pass to Christian, and Christian against Devin Graham will rise and put it through.
That's what you need by Christian. He's really good from the mid-range. Right there, just a little face-up and knocks it down. It's a very tough jumper to make.
A much-needed basket. Cooper fouled from behind.
And you see how different it is when Kevin Davis is not on the court. When Kevin Davis is at that one guard, the helm, and you have Cody Hendricks, it just seems the steals come, and they come in bunches. They got about 17 steals in their last game. Sherrod Dean and Kevin Davis led the way with 4, but wow, McKay and Byron Thompson had 3, so definitely do a phenomenal job getting steals.
And a block up top there, and Bradley Christian hit the ground hard.
He hit his face on the ground.
He hit his face, holding his face with his right arm. He looks to be in a lot of pain. 44-30 is the score. This would be a huge loss for Brevard.
Just hope
if he can't get up.
Because he landed very awkward. His goggles came off too. That's like his face was the first thing that hit the ground, and that's not on this wood. That's definitely not the best feeling to have. Very shaken up.
And as he was going up for it, be interesting to see how he'll be able to finish this game, but he's able to block up under his own ability. Wow. How about a guy that comes in midway towards the end of the season and has 6 points in this game, 18 points per game this season, 6.3 rebounds, Alvin, 55% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc.
And he has 2 blocks to bat on that when he went up and got it. He actually got the block. It's just on the landing he wasn't able to secure his landing because there was bodies there, you know, and his legs got taken out from under him. So it's gonna be tough. Hopefully he's better, but that's definitely a tough fall. And that'd be a huge blow to the team.
5 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 14 fouls on Brevard, 2 on the Tampa Gunners. Tampa still has the ball. Garner going to the line to shoot.
After that really horrendous accident, freak accident of a play, and just as they started to really get their legs back under them after the just pure onslaught the Gunners put on them.
Marcel Garner with 2 points. 46-30 the score. Shaxville left side, guarded by Dylan King. One dribble in with the right hand, up and good.
Good job by Shaxville putting the team on his back on that possession.
Coffey pulling up for 3.
First missed 3 of the day. He's been on a fiery start from beyond the arc.
Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Hendricks fading away. Gardner ahead of the pack. Up with the left hand, it's good. Gardner with 4 points. Clark, right wing. And inside, he gets that one to fall.
That's a good job utilizing your body. He drove on the right side, but then spun off his last dribble so you could get him sealed off to his back. Great job by Clark.
Coffey up top, looking right, now going that direction, down low. And he lost the handle of it again.
A couple of turnovers for him like that. That's the second of the day. And he really does a solid job of taking care of the basketball. He only had 1 turnover in their last game. So uncharacteristic of him to have these turnovers like that.
48-34, the lead up to 14 for the Gunners. That one bounces in for Tyron Sanders.
Nice shooter's roll. They're getting points now, so now they got to turn it into defensive stops. As this second quarter winds down.
(48-36) is the score. 3:51 to go in the second quarter.
And I genuinely, I didn't get to see the contact from this angle, but it looked like Sherrod Dean did a good job of meeting him at the summit. Putting Dylan King at the line is going to be a problem because Dylan King knows how to knock down his free throws.
He averages 7.4 points per game. In their last game, didn't actually take a trip to the free throw line, so this is a welcome sight for him. He did, however, he was on the receiving end of that. He fouled out.
He couldn't keep his hands off.
Seville down low. It just rolls in.
What a dime by Clark. And on that one, you just kind of have to hold your breath and hope that that one rolls in because you got to give that assist to Clark. That's a nice pass, facilitating for the big fella.
Right side, Marcel Garner. King, catch and shoot turnaround, good.
Wow.
Sometimes you got to see a few free throws go in. Dylan King with 5 points, 52-38.
That's just a good shot.
Seville underneath. Against King, travel.
Yeah, that's a telltale travel right there. You see him just on his toe, just bouncing along. And, you know, I got a Toyota, you know, and we like to go lots of places. But that's, you know, nice traveling miles we get. You know, good gas mileage. I think Shaq wanted to ride. You know, he wanted to take a trip.
You think he wanted to hop in a Toyota?
You know, maybe a RAV. You know, not my Corolla, but.
Cooper off the mark on the three. And here comes Davis.
Georgia boy.
Right side, Clark, turnover. Garner, another turnover. Kevin Davis got it right back.
Kevin Davis is an absolute phenom on the defensive end. He had 4 steals in his last game. And fun fact, Jesse, he's the only one with a positive plus-minus in their loss versus the flight. So that tells you everything you need to know with the motor he plays with and just the pendulum swing that happens when he gets in the game.
Sanders, Seville, a 3 in the key.
Caught him camping. So he wanted to take a trip to Yellowstone. That's where that was the destination in mind. He wanted to go hike up and, you know, see some buffalo, see some moose.
King fouled by Seville.
It's been a tough stretch for Seville, but King has been the beneficiary of a nice upward trend in production. You see him have a couple of blocks early on in this game, and he hit a pair of free throws, knocked down that elbow jump shot, and right now getting back to the line to see if he could really solidify himself as one of the premier free throw shooting bigs in this league. I just cannot get over the fact that we have so many lookalikes. We got Raymond Felton, a.k.a. Coffee.
My coffee.
On the side, we got Rajon Rondo, a.k.a. Reggie Lowe. I want to say Malik Watson looks like football player. Hopkins.
Oh!
Yeah, he looks like Hopkins. So we got so many lookalikes on this team.
Shaq Seville's as big as Shaq.
Yeah. He got his name. So that counts as something.
52-38 the score. Dean up with the right hand. And Seville tried to lay that back in, and Kevin Davis getting it to go. Kevin Davis, so good from a couple feet out. He's a guy at a guard that shoots 54% from the field, 40% from 3, and he's their best three-point shooter on the team. As a team, they're shooting 25%, but they haven't taken many threes in this ballgame, Alvin.
How about a 5'9" Kevin Davis deterring the shot because it looks like he has a 40-inch vertical.
Sherrod Dean with the 3.
That's why he has a positive plus-minus even in their losses. Effort plays like that, going straight up on the defensive end, and what does that turn into? A tray ball by Sherrod Dean. Phenomenal job by Kevin Davis and Sherrod Dean for making that play happen.
Now just a 9-point lead with a timeout on the floor, 52-43, a minute and 43 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy.
Back here on the floor with a minute and 43 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 52-43 is the score. The lead has been cut to 9 for the Tampa Gunners. And Bradley Christian, who took a hard spill onto the floor earlier with an ice pack on his face as of now.
And that's really a good sight to see. He's up, he's moving, because that's a scary fall from the elevation he was at. He was really high up, and to have your face be the first thing that hits the ground, that just shows his toughness and just will to really win.
Garcia down the lane, misses the shot. Garner the rebound. Coffey. Raymond Felton. No. Thomas wanted it. And he will have this dance with Kevin Davis. They'll clear it out for him. Right side, up off balance. It's good. Ashley Thomas taking a key out of Daryl Mercer Jr.'s book.
That was a bucket and a half by Ashley Thomas. Just taking him to the lane with a difficult shot and getting that to roll in.
Clark for way downtown. Darius Clark, who shoots threes at 17% this season, Alvin. And that's not limited numbers either. That's a good amount of threes, 17%. So
well, sure.
Hopefully that one goes up.
He was 0 for 3 in his last game, 2 for 8 from the field, so definitely struggled. But hitting a shot like that, that ought to give you a nice spark offensively.
54-46 the score. Dean, right side, out off of Tampa last.
And that's just a good take. You know, wanted to get that one all the way through. But good job getting another possession. So not what you wanted on a fast break, but you got 18 seconds to get a good look at the basket.
Hendricks to Dean. Now Davis up top. Davis up with the left hand. It's good.
How about this run we've seen by Brevard? Really, since Kevin Davis has stepped in this game, look at the score. It's only a 6-point score. So this is really a tale of runs, and we've seen that displayed multiple times in this game.
17 seconds to go. Thomas, left side, over to Mike Coffey. Coffey, a Euro step, out to King, and a shot clock violation. They couldn't get it off in time. 8 seconds exactly left to go, and this will give Brevard some time to set up a play here. 54-48, they could bring this lead to within 4. Hendricks getting it across the half-court line. 5 seconds left to go. He shot it early and off balance. King the rebound, and he might have heard some of the clock talking by the Tampa Gunners team because he took that way too early in the shot clock. 54-48. As we come out of the half, Alvin will have both coaches' takes on what they can improve on, but a playoff berth hangs in the balance between these two teams. They're all trying to chase the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, who have that 4th place spot. So stick with us. Second half of this game and 3 more games up and coming in our FBA Sunday quadruple header.
Is an innovative innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex! The 80s legends!
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Coming out of the half, it's a 54-48 game. These two teams battling it out to try to make it to the 4th place spot. The Tampa Gunners are a game and a half behind the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Jacksonville misses a shot there. Kevin Davis can't get the second one to fall. And the Brevard Bobcats, 1 game behind Tampa as the ball goes out. Alvin, we'll bring you in here. You got a chance to talk to both coaches at the half. And what did they think their performance was?
To start off with, I'll just start with Tampa Gunners. And in reality, they believe that in their last game, they just beat themselves. They had a lot of turnovers, and they believe that if they do a better job of taking care of the basketball and looking for their guys, just moving the ball around, that they will have a good chance of winning this game. And I asked them who they believe the catalyst for the final run is going to be, and he said he puts that on Malik Watson, Daryl Mercer Jr., and Ashley Thomas, which is a fine core to put your trust in. He thinks those are the leaders of this game. So look for those guys to have a good one for Tampa Gunners. And on the other side, Coach MJ Miller had the same thing. He wants them to believe in themselves. He believes that from their last game, if they keep that same intensity, but look out for each other more and move the ball and play better defense, then they'll have a good chance to win this game. And he believes that it's going to be on Sherrod Dean, Kevin Davis, and Shaq Seville to really bring this one home.
A 54-52 game until that 3 hit there by Ensign Garcia. It was a 4-0 run by the Brevard Bobcats. The lead back up to 5. And Ensign Garcia now 8 points. Up top, here's Thompson. Few dribbles in, fouled by Malik Watson.
And right there, you see Ensign Garcia make a 3, but Coach MJ Miller has really believed in Darius Clark. He's been the tail of the tape this game, and he also believes he's going to have a phenomenal stretch in the second half. Right now, just playing very well for this Brevard team.
(57-52) the score. 10 minutes and 17 seconds in the third. Davis inbound. Here's Thompson Jr. Now right side, Seville. Clark steps back, now into the lane. Fouled again.
Right on cue. Being aggressive and getting to the lane, really a soft spot of any defense.
Davis, Seville, back out. Now here's Clark, few dribbles in. Back up top to Davis, and Davis for 3. Good! Davis shooting 40% from 3. He's now got 14 points. The lead cut to 2 for Tampa. And why wouldn't Tampa start Daryl Mercer Jr. here in the third quarter, Alvin?
I'm not sure. Maybe to give him some rest, because he didn't get a chance to warm up, so he could be a little shaken up or something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, definitely an interesting call.
Sherrod Dean lining it up for 3! Shooting the best from beyond the arc they have all season. Sherrod Dean with 14 points, and the lead back to Brevard. Richardson cutting through the lane, and now back out beyond the arc on the right side. A 2-3 zone defense by Brevard. Richardson, double dribble. Wow.
And that, I think this run, you have to give credit where credit is due. This run started when Kevin Davis came late in the second quarter, and after that, the team just poured it on, Jesse. They did a phenomenal job of playing defense and turning defense into offense. And then you have Sherrod Dean making some impossible shots along with Darius Clark. Just a great job of coming together as a team and going on this run.
And a foul on the floor, so Clark will go to the line and shoot 2. Our officials from Right Call Officials today, of course, number 34, Mike Rivera, Ramses Kelly in 13, and Antar Crawley is our crew chief for this first game. He is in number 41. They're doing a great job keeping this game moving along.
Yeah, they have the toughest job on the court, so just trying to make sure they do things the right way. And And Brevard does a great job of really getting guys in their spots and getting them to play the way that they're supposed to play, Jace Hogan being one of them. And he actually was able to get sign a contract to play in Mexico. So using his talents, using this platform to get to where he wants to go and accomplish his dream. So phenomenal job by Brevard by giving him this opportunity, and an even better job by Jace Hogan taking it, running with it, being the second leading scorer in this league, doing it on both ends, averaging a double-double with 3 steals, leading his team in steals while he was here, and then taking his talent to Mexico.
It sounded like LeBron, except instead of South Beach, it's Mexico.
If I knew a beach off the top of my head, I was going to say that, but I'm a true Heat fan, so. Ooh.
King hitting one on the other side, 59-58, the lead back to the Tampa Gunners with 8:45 left to play in the third quarter. 3 team fouls on Tampa, so keep that in mind as we get to the latter part of this period.
Dylan King doing a great job of knocking that 15-footer down. He does it all.
Thompson off the right side of the basket, low, runs right into Clark. Dean takes it back, and Dean over the pack. The lead back to Brevard. Let's see if the likes of Dean and Davis can will their team to a victory here. Brevard has been looking for this one for a while, but that's going to be tough. Daryl Mercer Jr. coming back in the game alongside Ashley Thomas, 2 of the leaders on the floor for this Tampa Gunners team.
How about that collision by Darius Clark and Reggie Lowe? Seemed like nothing, but actually like hits like that with no pads on, no nothing, you just run into guys like that, you're kind of relaxed. Those usually have some unforeseen side effects. You know, a jaw could have popped or something like that, where it just, you don't realize it until later. And you take that rest on the bench, and you're like, wow, this actually really hurts. So hopefully those guys are okay. You see Reggie Lowe moving his jaw a little bit. Darius Clark rubbing his face. So both of them starting to feel the effects of it. Hopefully it doesn't affect them too much. Daryl Mercer Jr. having a great time.
He just loves being on the floor.
We love watching him.
Reggie Lowe catch and shoot. Rebound off of Brevard last. 60-59 the score. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mercer Jr. up top, swings it right. And Malik Watson hitting that one.
That's a good shot for Malik Watson.
Watson, who's averaging a double-double this season, already with 11 points in this one. Kevin Davis, the leading scorer for Brevard. Clark up top. Now into the right, fouled. Through Tampa, you cannot let this one slip, because then you are tied with Brevard in the standings.
So huge game for Tampa, but for Brevard, this is a must-win situation. Really, for both teams, that's what makes this energy so static. You got 2 guys understanding what's at stake, and that's why we've seen so many lead changes.
Davis up and fouled. So Davis with a chance for the lead again.
And he's just been phenomenal in his minutes. He really maximized his time on the floor, just putting so much pressure on this Gunner offense, and then on the other end, putting even more pressure on their defense, knocking down some threes and just slashing, getting offensive boards, doing everything you want. He plays multiple positions out of that one guard spot.
Reggie Lowe in a little bit of foul trouble, so they'll have a seat, and Mike Coffey checking back in.
And if you're Tampa Gunners, you want to see Mike Coffey knocking down tray balls. You want to see him replicate that first half he had he either went 1 for 2 or 2 for 3. I can't remember if that corner shot was a 3 or not, but he's shooting the 3 ball very well.
Davis puts that one through. We're all tied up. 15 points for Kevin Davis. Mike Coffey catch and shoot. Clark now going the other direction. 61 up. Sherrod Dean to break the tie, and Mercer Jr. the rebound. He has that one taken away. Kevin Davis putting it through.
Look at that effort by Kevin Davis. Now watch, Daryl Mercer's gonna have this dance, talking to the bench.
Mercer Jr. guarded by Davis, pushes right. 63-61. Mercer Jr. a long 3, tapped by Kevin Davis. Coffey, right side. Thomas, another 3. Let it go on time. Malik Watson fighting for the rebound against Devontae Clark. Edson Garcia diving for it. Malik Watson underneath. Thomas, Coffey towing the line beyond the arc. And Davis the rebound.
Just hounding the offensive glass by the Gunners, just not able to capitalize, really hurts.
Thompson going coast to coast. 5 points for Byron Thompson.
Beautiful, beautiful take by Thompson, just slicing and gliding through the air.
Timeout taken by the Tampa Gunners with 6:15 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 65-61 game. So stay tuned. A lot more basketball on the way. These teams fighting for a playoff spot. But who will get it? We'll find out. .6:15 to go in the third quarter. 65-61. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Mark King, Brandon Parham, Jerry Pettit in just a sec. Joining us, bringing you FBA Productions.
Love to see Bradley Christian back in the game. Got some tape on to basically stop the bleeding.
Coffey for 3. The lead back to 1 for the Brevard Bobcats. Coffey with 9 points, his third 3 of the ballgame, Alvin.
Coffey's just done a great job understanding his role for this game, understanding what he's supposed to do on the court, and he's been executing.
So here comes Daryl Mercer Jr. into Watson. Watson, Mercer Jr. kicks it left. Thomas. Bradley Christian the rebound. He's playing with some tape on the right side of his forehead on the eyebrow. So you gotta wonder how that might affect him going down the stretch in this game.
Really, the part that scares me is just the fall, you know, and just hoping he's all good, but he's playing now, so definitely everything checked out. So I want to see what capacity he's going to be able to score the basketball and do the things we're accustomed to seeing him do. But Byron Thompson, once again, slashing and attacking the basket, getting a nice trip to the free throw line and really capitalizing on it. I can't tell, are those V-Lone socks?
I mean, Alvin, at this point, anything below that, like, waistline of your body, that's all you know. No clue whatever you're talking about.
I think those are V-Lone socks.
He'd be like, oh, there's a Space Jam 25 Retro Edition Gold Send. I'll be like, I have no idea what that means. Mercer Jr. trying to kiss it off the glass. Malik Watson no good on the putback. Coffee, left side, Thomas, guarded by Clark. Clark, and a turnover.
And that was really happened because he didn't move the ball around the horn the way he was supposed to.
Mercer Jr., right side, up with the right hand, it's good!
Taking a play out of Kyrie's playbook. You see him ditch the Kobe's for the Kyrie's, attacking the basket and getting the lay, just like Kyrie swerving would.
Clark up with the left hand, off the mark, and Thomas the rebound. Thomas to the right side, Coffee stepping back, catches Davis in the air, and maybe the Davis noise worked. Watson, the reverse, and that one's no good. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Tampa needs a shot to fall here. Davis up with the left hand, it's good.
Wow, his chocolate float is just patented. You see him throw that lefty up often, and he gets it to fall with efficiency.
Garcia, Thomas, timing!
That's a great shot by Thomas in the corner. Actually, Thomas struggles in his last game, 2 for 11 from beyond the arc. Complete turn of events in this one.
Ashley Thomas with 11 points. And Bradley Christian on the other side.
Oh, we're watching some good basketball. Shots are falling on both ends, and a
Coffee
flat tire.
loses it. It looked like he was swimming on the floor there trying to go for it. Clark, other side to Darius. And he left that one off the front. And a three hit there by Daryl Mercer Jr. He's starting to get it going. And the lead up to 1 for the Tampa Gunners. They take it back.
Daryl Mercer Jr. has had a quiet game, but it's good to see. You know, he's getting his guys involved. Other guys are hot. Spread the wealth. And he's done a great job, and now he knocks down a big tray ball for his team.
Christian misses that one. And the football pass ahead to Coffee. Coffee to Thomas. Thomas lining it up. It just bounces out. Clark the rebound. Davis other direction. Christian, the pump fake. Up with the right hand. It's good.
Flexing on him. That's a big boy move. Just being real crafty on that block. A nice face-up player, Bradley Christian. Ooh. Look at the defense by Kevin Davis.
Mercer Jr. out beyond the arc. 8 seconds left to go. Draw 2 defenders out. That's the only way to guard him. Coffee off the front side of the iron. And here comes Darius Clark going the other way on the far side. Throws it left. Bradley Christian on Ensign Garcia. This is a good matchup. Steps back. No. Malik Watson. Thomas all by himself. And he banks it in.
I think my favorite matchup is Daryl Mercer Jr. with the ball and Kevin Davis on defense.
Oh, and Mercer Jr. got a block right back, and he stared at Kevin Davis.
This is such a good rivalry.
Coffee will pump a 3, and he'll hit.
How about the game within the game? We got this Kevin Davis and Daryl Mercer Jr. Every time one person makes a play, it turns into a bucket for their team. Right there, Daryl Mercer Jr. makes a very aggressive block, and it turns into a tray ball for Coffee.
Timeout taken by Brevard. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. A 4-point lead for Tampa, who's been coming hot late here in the third quarter.
Sweet thing, I've been waiting for you all day long.
Ooh, dog.
73-77 ball game, and I just gotta point out this matchup with Kevin Davis and Daryl Mercer Jr. That's gonna win this game.
Thompson Jr. to Shaq Seville. He has that one taken away. Ashley Thomas, other side, the bounce pass ahead to Watson, and Watson putting it through, lead up to 6.
DeAndre Hopkins, Malik Watson gliding to the basket. Nice finish to cap off a fast break.
Seville, Kevin Davis bounces in. Kevin Davis, beautiful shooter's touch. He's now got 21 points with 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A 4-point lead for the Tampa Gunners as Mercer Jr. brings the ball up the floor. And here is Alvin's matchup that he's been hoping for. Mercer Jr. underneath, blocked by Kevin Davis.
Jesse, what did I tell you? Daryl Mercer Jr. gets a block on Kevin Davis, and immediately the next possession, Kevin Davis climbs the ladder to get it right back. This is tit-for-tat basketball. You're watching greatness.
Coffee couldn't make the 3. It touched Mercer Jr. last.
Wow. Wow, this matchup with Mercer Jones Jr. and Kevin Davis.
Christian Seville out to Clark. Shot clock's off, 10 seconds to go. Clark for 3. Maybe not the shot they wanted there.
Definitely not.
And a foul on Shaq Seville there.
Definitely want to, you got the last shot, you want to get a good one to end the quarter. But now Tampa has that opportunity. Let's see what they do with this chance.
Mercer Jr., full speed, got it off in time, it didn't fall. 79-75, a 4-point lead as we go into the fourth quarter for the Tampa Gunners. It looks like things have been going, but Kevin Davis for the Brevard Bobcats might say otherwise. Daryl Mercer Jr. and Kevin Davis, the matchup can't be denied. We'll see what they have in store for us. We have one more quarter left.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
Final quarter of action, 79-75 is the score. Here comes Mercer Jr. with the rock in his hands. Right side. Mercer Jr. stepping back. Off the mark. And Sherrod Dean the rebound.
Just a good defensive possession by the Bobcats.
Ernst Spiker. And Shaq Seville, a big rebound there for him. Dean straight away. Off to the left side. A 25% three-point shooting team, the Brevard Bobcats.
Not able to get that one to fall from beyond the arc. You want to see them get a better look at the basket.
Right side, here's Mercer Jr. up with the right hand, flips it in. 15 points for Daryl Mercer Jr.
Wow, that's a bucket, and it looked like it got blocked, so just pure willpower and strength by Daryl Mercer Jr. getting that one to go up.
Shaq Seville, no. Dylan King the rebound. with the right hand, no. Mercer Jr. for three, off the front side.
Not able to get the touch to fall.
He gets the steal though. He's going the other direction. Up with the right hand again, it's good.
Able to get a bucket versus his nemesis really in this game.
83-75. Darius Clark beyond the arc to Dean. Dean hitting the mid-range jumper, one step inside of the arc.
Dean just knocking down shots. That's when Brevard is at their best. You got Dean knocking down his jump shots.
Mercer Jr. fouled. Is that one on Shaq Seville? He's in trouble.
Good job attacking the big fella by Daryl Mercer Jr. getting that call. Let's see what he does from the stripe. He hasn't necessarily shot a ton of free throws for this team, but when he does, he knocks them down. 8 of 9 in his last game. And Professor Jerry comes by and just brings some new tech, and when he brings the new tech, it always just outshines. Just look at the, I wish you guys could see the difference. Jerry just brought. Wow. Size matters, Jesse.
Mercer Jr. with 19 points. Lead up to 8 for the Tampa Gunners.
This has been a very good game of runs, and this one we've seen a lot of them, and then we've seen back and forth and then runs.
Ernst Miker couldn't make the layup. The rebound by Dean. Shaq Seville underneath. He's fouled.
That's a big boy board by Dean. Malik Watson just trying to plead his case, because for him, there's really not much you can do. You're outweighed by about 100 pounds, and you got some size on you, so you're going to get aggressive on that block. I completely understand Malik Watson's point of view.
Seville can't make the free throw. I don't want to start talking about late game free throws as we always do, Alvin, but free throws, when you hear heroics.
In this game, we've seen guys make free throws, so we haven't had to say it, but you know, Shaq, you gotta make your first one.
Low underneath, a little bit too hard off the backboard. Ernst Spiker, coast to coast. Vance Ernst Spiker out of Miami Southridge. And a shot made on the other side there. Good job by Malik Watson seeing the floor.
It's a nice coast to coast bucket, but you gotta get back if you're Brevard to stop that touchdown pass.
7-point game, 9 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. No good on that three. The pass ahead, Ashley Thomas pulling up and hitting the three.
Wow. Nice swing for the Gunners.
A steal by Malik Watson, and he'll put it through, a 10-point lead.
Wow, and they're just doing a fantastic job.
Timeout taken by Brevard, 92-80. A quick run there, and now Tampa is up by 12, vying to try to get at Gainesville for that 4th place spot to get in the playoffs.
OMW, on my way to you. I do, I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do, I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do, I'm OMW.
8:48 to go in the fourth quarter. 92-80. The score, a foul down inside and the made shot. Shaq Seville, the big man, maneuvering his way down low.
Now you just need him to make his free throw. 8:42 left in this game, down 10. You want to see them just chip away at this lead and go on a late game run.
Seville can't make that one. Here's Mercer Jr. behind the back to Reggie Lowe in the corner. Unbelievable! Reggie Lowe now with 9 points, a 95-82 game.
How about the connection from former rivals turned teammates? Great job finding him sinking in the corner. Great job knocking down that shot. The Darryl to Reggie connection is on and popping in this one.
(95-82). Still the score. We're going to have a jump ball as Mike Rivera is going to wipe that one off. Some grease on the ball.
Bacon grease.
You'll love to see it. Jerry's here, everyone.
He's made an appearance, and the first thing he does is just update our tech. Just gotta love when he makes an appearance.
The last time the Brevard Bobcats played the Tampa Gunners, it was a 122-99 victory for the Brevard Bobcats. Tables have turned a little bit here in this one, but that was also when they did have Jace Hogan, who put up 33 points in that game, Alvin. And had 15 rebounds as well, so a double-double is what they're missing in this one. Thompson, and the rebound by Malik Watson. Mercer Jr. ahead of the pack, putting it through. But also last time, Tampa didn't have Daryl Mercer Jr.
Seeing both those guys go head-to-head would have been fun. But Jace is on to bigger and better things now.
Three by Reggie Lowe. It's good! Reggie Lowe, a streaky shooter, but hitting all of his... Here he's got 12.
Playing the game the right way and getting his shots to come in bunches. Great job by Reggie Lowe.
The lead up to 18. A turnover by Brevard. Thomas throwing it ahead was batted out by Thompson Jr.
That's a good job shooting the gap. Malik Watson looking like his doppelganger, just being aggressive at the point of attack.
So here comes the inbounds. Mercer Jr. for three. Off the front, Shaq Seville the rebound.
Just been leaving them short, and I wonder if it's because he wasn't able to get a warm-up in, so because they're all on target, just a little short.
And Mercer Jr. tried to bounce it up to himself, but he couldn't get it to fall. 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Watson sends that one out of bounds.
I thought we were gonna get another shot. I had the jacket buttoned off. I was ready to pull it from half. I learned that in Jerry Bear Academy my fifth semester.
100-82 is the score. Tampa Gunners are up by 18.
Wow.
Mercer Jr. with the assist. Malik Watson the put through.
Just turnover city for Brevard. Not able to take control of the basketball and just really get a shot to go up.
Three can't go in there.
Great job putting it back by Shaq Seville on that block.
Low for three. That one's a heat check. Other side, no good by Clark, and Shaq Seville the putback. He now has 15.
doing a great job on back-to-back possessions, getting offensive boards and converting them. They're going to have to find a lot more from their guys in order to turn this into a game.
Watson to Lowe. Lowe, the Euro step. And Watson the put through. Count the basket, and he is fouled.
Great job by Reggie facilitating on that one. Nice European two-step, and then the Rajon Rondo-esque dump off to DeAndre Hopkins, a.k.a. Malik Watson. So a nice little guard play from the Gunners, and they've just really been able to capitalize on a lot of streaky shooting from their guys and a lot of stout defense, and they forced a lot of turnovers in this one. That gave them the momentum they need to have a comfortable lead going down the stretch.
The leading scorer the last time these two teams played for each other was Malik Watson. He had 26 points, 17 rebounds in that one. It was 13 of 19 from the floor, 68%.
And that's just something he does on a day-to-day basis, because even in their last game, last Sunday, he had 11 and 13. So someone who you can count on getting a double-double, and that's just the motor he has, his heart. He plays with it, he wears it on his sleeve, and he hustles. He just hustles on every play.
Malik Watson good on that one. He has 20. 105-86, a 19-point lead. Shot miss there on the other side. Richardson, full speed ahead. Mercer Jr. will try to find his stroke. Hill hit that one. He got it. 22 points is the lead. Mercer Jr. with 23. And Dean pulling up. Gonna hit off the backboard, and Brevard looks like they have nothing left. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Mercer Jr., quick pass over to the right. Reggie Lowe for three. And Graham getting that one to fall, his second basket of the ball game. Timeout by Brevard. 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. It's been the Tampa Gunners show. They're trying to close that gap between them and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They are still in the playoff race.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
Tampa has been pouring it on late in this game, 110-86. Will Brevard find it within themselves to make this a game again?
A 24-point lead for the Gunners. Davis up with the left hand. Maybe that's the guy to do it for him.
And it's just been patented. You know that he's going to get to the lane. He's going to throw up that chocolate float with the left, but can you stop it? You can't stop his execution. Kevin Davis had a phenomenal game.
Low off to the left side. Thompson Jr. Davis, foot on the line. It was not a 45-degree angle, as you would call it, Alvin. It was a bullet towards the basket.
Straight laser.
Mercer Jr. to Watson. And how about Mercer Jr. sort of creating that room for the other guys to flow and make their shots?
And that's just that's IQ right there. And Malik Watson has a very high IQ of his own, knowing where to cut and right there being in the right place at the right time.
Dean banking it in.
Rod Dean has had himself a very productive game, a complete turnaround from his last outing.
112-90. Missed 3 there. And Matt Richardson doesn't take a lot of threes, but hits him at a 36% clip. Thompson Jr. catch and shoot. And Watson the rebound. 3:30 left to go. 112-90. The score, 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Mercer Jr. against Thompson. He'll step back. Just off the front on that one.
Wow.
Reggie Lowe, a big rebound. Lowe, right side, Graham, baseline jumper. And now here comes Kevin Davis. Other way, fancy with the dribble. Right side, he thought his head coach MJ was playing the game. Davis steps back for 3. Thompson Jr., his second time, no good. Ball tipped around. Graham now the other direction. Mercer Jr., Reggie Lowe. I think he hit the backboard on a 3 from the left corner, and Matt Richardson, mid-range, is lethal.
So Tampa Gunners definitely took the will out of this team. You got some guys still playing hard, but they have no momentum.
Dean, no. And all I'll say is this is going to put all the pressure in the world on Gainesville. They have to win this next game. If they don't, then they are a game below the Tampa Gunners in the standings. Tampa will get the 4th place in the standings, and then the Gainesville Mighty Oaks have to play St. Pete next week.
So definitely want to give yourself a cushion.
And that's Gainesville's last game of the season, too.
You got to give yourself a cushion in this one, because St. Pete is you don't want to chalk that up as a W.
Up top, Christian. Off the mark on that one. Dean up with the right hand. No. Davis, turn around, and we'll call that a pass to Christian.
That's a great job being tenacious on the offensive glass.
Watson, the step back. Tapped out by Hendricks last. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 114-92 the score.
Just as the clock winds down, you just got to take your hats off to this Gunner team.
These two teams kind of playing completely different towards the end of the season here. It was the Bobcats who started off hot, and the Tampa Gunners have turned it on in the second half of the season. Reggie Lowe off the mark on that 3. 1:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Thompson, right side. Christian, the step back. Good, he hits the 3.
Great shot by Christian. Love how this Brevard team hasn't truly given up yet. Still playing basketball the right way and trying to knock down shots. Kevin Davis putting full court pressure.
Mercer Jr. spinning it in off the glass. Unbelievable. He's got 25 at his season average. Under 1 minute left in regulation. I don't want to say 1 minute left in the ball game because we've had so many overtime games in the last few weeks when I've said that.
Daryl Mercer Jr. in awe at his numbers. Just a great job throughout this whole game facilitating. But how about this matchup with Kevin Davis? Just Kevin Davis brought the best in Daryl Mercer, and Daryl Mercer brought the best out in Kevin Davis. Love to see those two guys really battle it out. Two juggernauts in smaller packages sharpening each other. Iron sharpens iron. This was personified with their matchup. Kevin Davis to the line off on the back end of a Daryl Mercer foul.
Davis? No. Kevin Davis with 23 points. Reggie Lowe ahead of the pack, and he couldn't flip it in, and the putback by Malik Watson is good.
He should have dunked it.
Oh, man. Hendricks, chased down by Matt Richardson, swings it over to Dean, and Dean for three. Off the front, gets his own rebound. And he tried to put Devin Graham on a poster.
Wow. Wow. Love that late in this game. Show out. Go ahead and show out. Sherrod Dean, I love it. I love it. Got the foul too. Wow, if he would have done that, I would have gone on the court to chest bump him. I really do think those are V-Lone socks. That is insane. That's how you flex on a team. May not
118 to 98, 20-point lead for the Gunners. 22 seconds left to go. Low, Watson. And the bounce pass inside. Richardson, Low firing a three. And they can dribble this one out.
Well, Jesse, you may not win the game, but as long as you out-drip your opponent, you know, you win the real game.
In your eyes, a 20-point win for the Tampa Gunners. Alvin, your player of the game, who is it?
Wow, I have to say Malik Watson. He did phenomenal on both ends of the court and really started to open up his offensive packages.
Malik Watson with 24 points and Tampa's 118 to 98 victory. They now move to half a game behind the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and they move half a game over the Winter Park Storm. So now sole possession of 5th place, and now they're going to eagerly wait the final of the next game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Winter Park Storm. Unfortunately, Brevard Bobcats, their playoff hopes shrink by the second. So they're going to have to win out the rest of the season for even a hope of making the playoffs, but their future is not up to them anymore. It's up to the other teams around them, even if they win out. But Tampa controls their own destiny the rest of the season. It's Winter Park and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks for a battle of 4th place next here on YouTube and Facebook Live for the FBA quadruple header presented by Pauley Wealth Management.